2, 1, rolling.
All right. Another Food for Thought Friday. Here we are as we just continue to go through this season of 2020. We're halfway through. We're into July now. So it's exciting what God's doing. And so, we've been just talking through these food for thoughts on just who God is, learning to trust Him in this season. We've been talking about God is with us. We've been talking about He's a love, He's our provider, comforter, keeper. He's the one who takes care of us. He's gracious and merciful, patient, righteous, holy, protector. We talked last week that He's our healer. This week we're going to talk about the fact that He speaks, that God speaks. And we're going to just use John 10:27 as the scripture, but really you can go anywhere in scripture and you'll find that God speaks. But John 10:27 says this, it says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." And this is Jesus talking, but He's talking about His sheep, those who know Him and follow Him, but they can hear His voice. God is a God who speaks. From the beginning of scripture, you can go back and see that God spoke. He spoke creation into being. He spoke to Abraham. He spoke to Moses. He spoke to the prophets and through the prophets. He spoke to and through Jesus. He spoke to and through Paul and Peter. As we continue to go, and He continues to speak to His sheep today, if they have ears to hear. And so we just want to talk about that today, that God speaks. It's really cool. Because when I've traveled all over the world, been to so many different countries and with so many different religions, and there's really only one religion that has a God like ours, that wants connection, that wants to communicate and talk back and forth and to share. And a God who really speaks to us in a personal way. And that's our God. It's amazing. He speaks in so many different ways. You can look through scripture, but He speaks through His word. Jesus is His word, but His word, the Bible, has all of what He wants to tell us. There's so much in there that He's speaking to us, and He gave it to us in book form. He speaks through others to us. He speaks through dreams. He speaks directly to us. He speaks by giving us pictures sometimes and thoughts. But there's many ways that God speaks. But the reality is God is a God who speaks. He's a God who communicates with you. And that's just exciting. And I remember this one time, I was living in Montana, and we were running this ministry called Master's Commission. And that year we were taking our students around. We were going to a bunch of different youth groups around the state and just kind of sharing a message of hope for the students and just giving ministry to the students throughout the state of Montana. And I remember we went to this little tiny town called Baker, Montana. Not very many people there. And we show up and we go into this place, and it's kind of like a community center. There's pool tables and ping pong tables and stuff, and it was just a place that their youth group had created to give youth something to do. And so we're in there and we do a little small group, and we're sharing and sharing the message with them and praying for them and talk with them. And then afterwards, we took time to just hang out with them and just play with them. And so I was over there and I was playing pool with a student and a couple of the young guys from the youth group, and we were playing pool. And there was on the next table over, there was these 4 young girls that were watching and talking and watching what we were doing. And I just remember as we were playing, all of a sudden the Lord just really highlighted one of the girls to me and began to speak to me about her and about some things in her life, and just began to share these thoughts. And I was like, oh wow. And so I just said, hey guys, can we pause the game for a minute? I just want to talk to her for a minute. And so went over, got her name, started talking with her, and then I just began to share kind of the things that the Lord had shown me. And so I started off the question. I was like, so you're really into art and doing paintings and things, and she just kind of looks at me looks at the boys like, did you guys tell him this? Who told him this? And the girls next to her like, where did this guy know this? And so I shared this first, and then I continued on. I said, yeah, but your parents really don't like your art, do they? They don't understand your art. And she's just her eyes getting bigger. She's kind of a little more like, what? How's this guy know this? And his girls next to him are laughing, and how does he know this? And they're talking between themselves. And I just continued. I said, yeah, many people don't understand your art, and you have a really hard time. And again, these guys are just like, what? Who's telling you this? But anyway, so I just shared with her God's heart for her and her art, and He understood, and He knew her, and He knew all these intimate things that He had told me about her, and just really had a great encounter, just letting her know how much God loved her and how much God was looking out for her and saw her art and understood it for her. And so we just had this awesome encounter where she got to meet with Jesus that time. And so after we finished that, I just was able to talk to the other 3 girls. I said, I didn't know any of this, but we serve a God who speaks. He shares these things with us, and just taught them about how God speaks to us, and we can hear it. And we can hear it through others, and we can hear it through the Word, like I said, and other things. And so we're just able to share with them these things. And it was just a cool encounter with these young people in Baker, Montana, middle of nowhere, Montana. I mean, I think there's more animals than there is people in that area, but that's kind of the place. But it's just something to chew on this week, that we serve a God who speaks. He speaks, and He wants to speak to you. And so I just challenge you, as you're chewing on this week, just ask the Lord to open your ears, that you could hear what He has to say to you, because He wants to speak to you. And so thanks for joining us for Food for Thought Friday, and we look forward to continuing this. We're going to wrap up soon on these trusting God and move into some new stuff, but we'll let you know about that coming up in the near future. Thanks, have a great Friday, and we'll talk to you later.